On today's show, we're going to build the new 2024 Ford F150. Now, while this is not a generational truck, it's a pretty, I'll say mild refresh of this thing. I, for one, am excited by it because they brought some things in and they've simplified their build and price, which I've said for a long time that I've done probably 50, 60 of these things, and it always kills me with the packages that they keep adding on, and just simplify it. I think this is the way the future of people will buy these products, and make it easier. Don't make it harder. So here is your 2024 F-150 in Platinum Edition there. You can see it pulling a cool old Airstream there. And let's click the old build and price and just see what happens. Yes, we acknowledge there are some constraints. So we'll go through the lineup here real quick and make our choice there. But XL starts at $36,570. And on any of these, I want to tell you real quick, what they say they start at, and when you click it, they're always several $100s more for some reason. It's a head scratcher for sure, but it is what it is. But now they have the STX package, which is a standalone package now, which I'm so happy about. I'm so happy they've made some of these standalone packages. But for $43,895, the XLT, which is generally that's the bread and butter truck for Ford, is $47,620, which is we're getting up there in price now. The all new Tremor, which is a standalone package now, is $63,950. The Lariat, $64,995. King Ranch is $73,730, and Platinum, $73,425. And of course, there's the old Raptor there for $77,980. And out of all these, I think if we just take a quick glance here, it bothers me that there's a $50,000 truck basically, and then it jumps to $63,000, almost. What are we're $13,000-$14,000 jump there. And of course you can build the XLT and nothing wrong with it. I just feel like there should have been middle ground there, but still happy that Ford has cleaned house and straightened this up a little bit. So out of all these, I'm looking at Tremor because I think for off-road trucks, I think you're getting a lot of value there. You can get the V8 or you can get the 3.5 liter EcoBoost, and whichever motor you like. Some people want the rumblies of the V8, some people want the efficiency of the 3.5. So I like that they've given us some options there, and it just looks badass. I'm not gonna lie. So let's start our build right there. And as you can see, one of the key things from this, I'm gonna say right away, is with Tremor, it'll get any color options. Ford, what is going on with this? There should be some reds. There should be something. Why do we need two different whites here? It's a head scratcher, but Ford has a plan, I'm sure. But I will say that right there, look at that black. That black of that looks great with those orange. And I love the new grill, what they call coast to coast grill there. I like that a lot. I think it's their best grill, and they're using this style grill in a couple of their trucks, which I love a lot because I'm not a big fan of on the Platinums and stuff how they have the broken up running lights, and I don't know, something about this does feel very sporty, and I'm pretty excited by it. So let's look around this truck real quick. You can see the back of it there. You see the dual exhaust coming out of there. They've integrated it into the bumper just a little bit. Now they have looks like a dual antenna mount up here now, which is kind of interesting. And once again, the front end of that, I do like the wheels of this truck. I just think overall the truck looks really good. Now, with these tires here, I think they've know people want to lift this truck. If you're buying a Tremor, you're probably going to lift it, but we'll leave that up to when we buy the thing. So the interior of this thing, so we're getting a little bit of a digital camo, and for my Ford Bronco people, this is kind of reminds you of the Wild Track that they do, which is kind of interesting. But I like you can see the Tremor badging in there. And when you look at the dash, of course, you've got some accent pieces, and they didn't go crazy. Had this been a Raptor, there'd been striping everywhere. And I think this is for people that kind of like the Raptor, but maybe don't want all the fanciness of the Raptor. So looks good. Of course, you're getting that big 12-inch screen. All their controls are pretty handy. I like the digital controls or the digital screen now, which is standard across the lineup, which they've made some things standard across the lineup. As you can see, they have changed the doors just ever so slightly. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. So they've integrated the locks up here now. So they've kind of given it a little bit of different flair there. But overall, I think the interior of this truck looks great. Looks like we got some storage right there. You can see the little handles. Of course, your glove box. You've got for your trailer controls back here. And overall, I think this is a great looking vehicle, and it's just going to cost us a little bit. Now, as far as colors, I always say this: colors are define what you feel like the vehicle should look like. And we'll go with that look right there. And so we have a gate black metallic there, which is it's a fitting color for this. I think with those accents, it looks great. Antimatter blue, which is this is a tricky one because when you see it here on their digital rendering, it sometimes looks black. If this was overcast, this vehicle would look kind of a black. It's got a lot of metal flake in it. It's a really cool color. Next up, we have carbonized gray, which is just a classic color. Of course, gray with those orange, once again, just pops like crazy. Now we have the iconic silver metallic, which isn't too bad. I've never been a big silver fan, but with the orange accents, it always draws me in a little bit. Then we've got Oxford white metallic, or I'm sorry, Oxford white, which is just, your flat white. And then you've got avalanche, which is sort of just a little bit more dark white, which is I'm struggling to understand why we needed two whites. I mean, I feel like you could still throw a red or something in there, and these orange accents would all play along. You guys know I love rapid red. They could have done that, and there might have been one of these in the driveway, but Ford has chosen these 6 colors, and that's what we have to work with. So out of all these colors, and I'm happy to say that none of them are extra charges. Where would you be with this? Because I think, once again, I think all these colors look great, and they're very fitting for this trim. So out of all of these things, I think I'm going to go with antimatter blue. It's I like this color, and had I seen this color on a Bronco back in the day, I probably would have bought this color instead of my red. But once again, the rendering here doesn't always lend itself to looking like what the color actually is. Now, we get some engine options here. So we have the 5-liter V8 with the auto start technology and flex fuel capability here. Let's look at this real quick. This is standard on Tremor, Lariat, available on XL, XLT, and available on STX. The legendary Ford V8 with electronic 10-speed transmission delivers over 400 horsepower, 410 foot-pounds of torque, twin independent timing. And I won't go too deep into that. 400 horsepower and 410 foot-pounds of torque doesn't seem like in this modern day, that's not like nuts. But the cool thing with this motor is you put a nice exhaust on it, which I have a feeling it already has a fairly nice sounding exhaust. You're going to get some nice little rumbles, and that's what some people like with their kind of sport truck like this. Well, let's look at the EcoBoost. What does it say about this? Because there is a $290 upcharge, which is strange to me. My old school ways of thinking somehow the V6 is more expensive than the V8, but this is a standard on King Ranch and Platinum, available on XL, XLT, Tremor, Lariat, and Lariat. The 3.5-liter EcoBoost with that same transmission is going to make us 400 horsepower and 510 foot-pounds of torque. So you can see the plus to that engine right there. You're getting the same horsepower, but it's about the torque. And why do they get such great torque with this engine is it's all about those turbos. If you do feel like, hey, I'm going to use this truck to pull quite a bit, or I'm in a position where my truck has to work hard a lot, the turbos might be the way to go for this. But let's see, for $290, which isn't ridiculous either. I'm happy to say that price increase is not really that ridiculous to think about the amount of torque that you're adding, because over 110, 15 foot-pounds of torque there. But I'm an old school guy, and for what I would do with this truck, driving a daily use plus some light off-roading, I want the V8. I'm just going to stick with the V8 because I want the rumbles, and it's something that twin turbo, which is a great motor. Once again, I'm not complaining about it. I would probably, in other vehicles or other versions of this truck, I probably would build it, but I think for this one I'm good. Now, being a Tremor, it's going to be with the standard 4-wheel drive system in this thing, and no details there. We're going to get a 3.73 electronic locking differential in this thing. So it says it's standard on this, which is I'm happy about. There's an off-road truck should at minimum have a rear locker in this, so I'm kind of happy to see that they're giving us that. So now we have packages here. So we got a 401A and a 402A. So let's see what the 408 gets. So we're going to get those 18-inch alloy wheels. We're going to get that 5-liter V8 engine, selectable drive modes, unique dual outlet exhaust, Ford Blue Cruise with a 90-day trial, auto dimming, auto rear view mirror, heated front seats, adaptive cruise control, 6 upfitter switches, which are like the my Bronco people. You have the switches up there. It comes in the Raptor as well. So that's kind of cool if you want to put light bars, whatever you want to do to this vehicle. You have some switches, and it's got a built-in fuse block, that means a lot having that. It's all pre-wired, ready to go. And we're going to get the unique styling of the running boards. Now with the 402A, let's see, man, we've got a list of things here. So we're going to get the 360-degree camera, the bed utility package, the mobile office package, the tow haul package, LED tail lamps, modular front bumper, high lock transfer case, which would be nice. 2-speed automatic all-wheel drive, mechanical locking four-wheel drive. Front axle with a torsion differential, so you're getting a more dedicated differential. Onboard, the Pro Power onboard with a 2 kilowatts of power there. Advanced security package, which includes security lock, um, rain sensing wipers, which I could give or take on those. I have them on our Mustang right now, and I don't dislike them, and I've had them on our Titan we used to have. Power folding glass side view mirror with heat. Say that 10 times fast. Media door bin, second row heated seats, which my daughter would love. Leather wrap steering wheel, power tilting. Your steering wheel is going to be all tilting, and it says with memory control, which would be nice because me and Kelly do like different positions of that. B&O sound system, heads up display, universal garage door opener, and ambient lighting. Now, what you're getting with all that, you're paying for because there is basically $11,000 in included cost. That's a lot of money if you consider this truck was already what, $62,000 in there. We're getting into, a lot of $75,000 range somewhere in there with everything we might add. That's a lot of money for a truck. I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I think the truck as is comes with a lot of goodies that other than I would like to see a bed liner standard. I've said this for a long time, why manufacturers keep offering that as like an upgrade. Just make it standard. Nobody wants, especially as a truck now is more of a family vehicle. People don't want that all dinged up and looking bad. So we can add a bed utility package there. So let's see what that includes. So bed, it's standard on King Ranch, Platinum Raptor, included on Tremor, available on XLT, Lariat, and Tremor. And let's see, includes the power tailgate there. Looks like we're going to get the fancy folding tailgate as well. And past that, I don't know. Ford could do a little bit better job, and I think in describing some of this. The mobile office package, which you're going to get the fold down desk there, which I actually like quite a bit. Gives you a console workstation. You're going to get the 400-watt outlets for the bed and cab, which is nice. And for 550 right there, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to add that because for one, I like the idea that you can have a desk, even if you're just in your vehicle trying to eat lunch or whatever you're doing. I think that's I like how the shifter folds down, you know, this nice workspace, and I think that would be handy. And it's only 550. It's not incredibly expensive considering what some of these packages will run you. Now let's look at. We're going to get 18-inch alloy wheels with that dark matte finish, which look good. We're going to get an all-terrain tire on these things. Now we have some options. We can get a bed divider for $400, which is just it's a slide track in there, which I've Nissan and some of the other brands have been doing this for years, and I've always taken them out of my vehicles and just set them aside and never use them. Bed liner, plastic drop in for $350, or you can get the spray in bed liner, which I'm going to click right away. $600. Sometimes I know if you're ordering a vehicle, it can delay this a little bit because they do this in a side building. They don't do this on the factory floors. This is after effect, but $600. And if I'm ordering the vehicle I want, I'm probably not going to mind waiting a few extra weeks to get that vehicle. Bed mats removable. Uh, Illuminated Ford logo badge. No, I don't need when I open the door the Ford logo. I have that on my Mustang, and it puts a little horse out there, and I just find it to be kind of silly. I know what I drove. I'm not pulling up in valet parking it with this truck and hoping somebody goes, "Oh, Mr. Boyd, you have a Ford." Let's see. Window air deflectors on the side. No, thank you. I can buy all that after the fact. Let's see. And that maybe let me see that badging real quick. I may have been running my mouth. Ford logo badge. So maybe that is on the front. I'm not sure on that what that actually is. If you know in the comments, let me know. The hitch is included with this, which they've made standard across the board, which I'm very happy about. Front tow hooks. So we're going to get two on the because it is a four-wheel drive. See, remote start with remote start tailgate release, which that's come with our package, which I love that. I mean, it sounds goofy that you need a tailgate, but sometimes your hands are full. You got your keys in your hand. You can push that button and it just drops it down. You load your product right in there, which I think is very nice. Twin panel moonroof. Now, I would like that, but I have a feeling that it's gonna push you into something. Let's see. Standard on King Ranch, included on Platinum High and Platinum. Plus, available in XLT High, Super Crew, Tremor High. See right there, it wants to force you into that, which that I hate when they do that. It shouldn't even be highlighted when I shouldn't even be an option for me to click if you're going to force me into a higher package. Getting the dual outlet exhaust and skid plates, and I'm not going to go through everything here because we'd be here all day, and you guys don't care about that. But let's see, we're gonna get a lot of truck here, so let's look at our overalls and see where we're at. All right, so our 2024 Tremor. Let's see if we can get a front-facing picture of this thing. But we picked antimatter blue, which is not an upcharge, less secondary color. So this is not a two-tone color, as you can see right there. I think that's a good-looking vehicle, and I think for most off-road uses that people would use a four-wheel drive big truck for, this is perfect. We're going to get that 10-speed automatic transmission. We're going to get the 5-liter because I want to hear the truck a little bit of rumbles. Going to get that good 373 electronic locking rear differential. And overall, we've added the bed liner, which is a upcharge of basically $600. And really, that's about all we've added to this thing. And we come to $67,095 for this pickup truck. Now, $67,000, that's a lot of money for an expensive truck. I'm not gonna lie. Full size trucks, for whatever reason, they're profit machines for these companies. It bums me out that they're getting like this. It seems like $40,000 5 years ago was like you got a really good truck. That now we've jumped to $60,000 where it's going to get that. Now inflation, I understand, and then Ford's in the middle of a battle with the UAW right now. Whatever you believe on that, whatever side you take is what side you take. But the facts are things are getting more expensive, and well, you got to pay to play. So let me know in the comments below. Would you buy this truck? Is Tremor on your list of trucks to own? Because I would like to do time in this truck. I'm not gonna lie. Out of all Ford's F-150 lineups right now, it'd be either this or the Raptor. And I think when you get this truck, at least you can do some real hauling with this truck. It's what, over 13,000 pounds of towing in this thing. Payload was incredible. You get to the Raptor, you lose a lot of that. So, let me know in the comments below what you think. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or this badass Tremor, I really do want to drive. It's been your All Terrain Nation. I'm merely your host, David Boyd, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.